Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Supergirl Season 5 Episode 1 Event Horizon. I'm really glad this show is back. I'm so excited to see Kara. I'm a little bit apprehensive about maybe the direction the show is going to take. Completely honest, Season 4 wasn't my favourite season of Supergirl. I feel like for me, and it's just my opinion, you can have a different opinion, I feel like Season 4 it kind of lost some of the spark that Supergirl had. Kara was as wonderful as ever, but the show as a whole for me kind of lost something of the magic that it had before, but I'm hoping that it's going to get some of that back this season and I'm going to really enjoy it. A small disclaimer I'm going to put on the beginning of all of my Arrowverse reactions is that I am making a commitment that I will react to the premieres, the mid-season finales, the crossovers, the mid-season premieres, and the finales of all of them, aside from Legends, other than the crossover, because I have stopped watching Legends. Just because reacting to all of them in the past, I have really I got a bit drained and I just found myself stopping enjoying the Arrowverse. But when I took a step back from reacting to every single episode, I got some of my love for it back. But that doesn't mean it may turn out that if I am passionately loving every single season of all 4 shows, then I will obviously react to every episode. So I may well react to all of Supergirl, who knows. But I'm going to react to as much of it as I can, but I'm not going to push myself into it just because then I don't enjoy it, and if I'm not enjoying it, the reaction isn't worth watching. You know, if I'm sitting here like hating the show that I'm watching or just finding it kind of, oh, it's not as good as it used to be, then you as a viewer, anyone who's watching this, you're not going to be, well, it's not going to be worth you watching and wasting 20 minutes of your day. So I really hope that I'm going to fall back completely in love with Supergirl. I mean, I've never lost my love for Kara as a character. She's one of my favourites in the Arrowverse, and I can't wait to see what she's up to this season. But yeah, I'm apprehensive that if it's going to go down the same line as last year, but I'm very excited because I love Supergirl. So yeah, let's go.
I've been lying.
It's not a lie that's ever hurt her, to be honest. Like, I'd feel really bad if I found out my friends hadn't trusted me with something huge. I'd feel quite hurt, but it's not like not knowing who Supergirl was has affected her life. And what is this crazy bus driver doing? Hey Kara, I love you, I missed you.
Fight for what's right and always tell the truth.
Always tell the truth.
Oh, Lena, I didn't.
This is Lena's dream of what she'd love to do. Oh my goodness, slight overreaction, Lena. Imagine if a certain other character had visions of this sort about Kara, and this character that was referred to as being abusive when he wasn't.
More intelligent and capable by the day.
Yeah, really wonderful, offering to kill people. Hope.
I
mean, I guess it did come on the back of Eve's betrayal.
Soon enough she will.
Literally, I don't think it was that much hurt. I mean, it was hurt. Lena has every right to be upset, but you can understand someone not telling you your secret identity, and then I think she's overreacting.
Of deduction are failing you, John Jones. We can connect without saying a word. It's kind of like you and me.
You guys are so cute.
That's very cute.
Those contact lenses
But
freak me out.
they're very creepy. I was literally about to say that.
Register to vote with a gesture.
Because look, I'm presented with a Pulitzer tomorrow.
Shay, I'm a curmudgeon. Your job sounds to make the dog to the vet.
You don't have a dog,
Neighbor's
Clara.
dog, Mrs. Stein.
So is Kara actually planning on telling Lena?
I've just put it off for so long, and
I know that feeling
now
very well.
I'm a liar.
It's something that lying about makes perfect sense.
You're not.
I relate to this from Kara so much, being scared you're going to hurt someone by telling them something.
I believe in you.
I believe in you too.
These people.
Priestley.
Miranda, greatest movie villain of all time.
Voldemort.
I'm with Kara. She's an inspiration as Kara, an inspiration as Supergirl.
I'm a big fan.
You're definitely going to be evil, whoever you are.
Place for you here.
Yep, Lena's sold the company. Oh dear, what's going to happen to these children? Maybe give them time to look at this exhibit first before you just move on. Not fostering a love of museums and these kids, and you're missing one. Oh, this is a weird alien child? Monstrous alien? Run!
I have 6 missed calls from James.
Oh my god, I hate people who lie to their friends.
I completely understand.
This is how you understand when your friend doesn't tell you something.
Here I go, once again proving that you are more virtuous than I am. But
Lena's just actually making it so that Kara's never gonna tell her.
why don't you
It's so funny.
fill me in? I mean, how are you? How have you been?
Lena's being so fake. Like, I get that she's hurting, but because, you know what would be the right thing to do if you were genuinely hurt about and you believed in honesty and truth? It would be go to your friend and say, why didn't you tell me, and confront her. And then be like, be honest with her that you know. Otherwise, if you're just going to be as bad back, then I love this woman.
Ew.
Ew, indeed. Why was that still up?
The dino.
What is with this child alien person? Oh dear, the dinosaur stole the ship.
Can the engine be used?
They could have taken the engine out before they put it in a museum where it could be stolen. Time for her to get a new suit.
To have obsidian tech in every household within the year.
I do not trust this woman. She wants her tech everywhere, and
You'll get it tomorrow night at 9 p.m. as promised.
we value honesty and trust with our friends. We would never do anything to stab them in the back just because they hurt us. I think I'm struggling with Lena because she has every right to be hurt, and what are you doing, you crazy child? You summoning some people through a portal? Oh dear. I mean, you're probably not really a crazy child, but I quite like it as a crazy child. But the problem with Lena is, yes, she's hurt, and you know, people, when they hurt you, you have two choices of respond. Or you can respond violently and angrily and like, I'm going to get payback and make you suffer. And if that's the path you go down, like doing everything you can to ruin their life and just vengeance, you're probably not that great a person. You can kind of go down the middle and maybe be a bit bitter, a bit angry, or obviously you can totally forgive them. But I would understand totally if Lena was just being angry with Kara, maybe kind of just letting some hints that she knows and being like a bit bitchy with her, you know, just being mad at her. That would be fine. But like the level she's going to, and like just having a vision of like destroying her and like trying to literally just like, not a fan.
And we're gonna monetize it.
I'd be looking for another job.
Everything is about clicks.
Wonderful person to be in charge of a newspaper. It's about both, to be fair. Yeah, I have a bit of both.
We will walk.
You two can walk.
Your non-compete clauses. I'd hate to see.
When did they sign the new contract?
From the business.
Is that under Lena? Because Lena here is screwing over all of her friends. All of these people that she used to work for her. Not a good cape.
Right, Brainy, this cape damage is terrible for aerodynamics.
Oh, I haven't fixed it yet.
Traps.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Mother didn't lock her up.
I did. Oh my god. Be careful, please.
This feels personal, Jean. Shapeshift and accept my award tonight.
Oh, yes, please. It's great fun to watch you do.
Journalism isn't all that you are. You started helping people long before Dad.
Yeah, what's gonna... I know that James is leaving. How's he gonna leave?
Every story has inherent bias to some extent.
But you do your best to minimise that, don't you?
Male, however, I wrote tabloid style.
Kara.
Yeah, you're writing them for the mail. Get lost. It's hard though, because with her being the boss, as inspiring and wonderful as Kara is, she actually could get everything Kara wrote rewritten, and it's up to her what gets put in the paper, which sucks.
Why can't I do it?
Because you care what Lena thinks.
Of course, she loves dancing.
It gives me great. I'm terrible.
Is that her suit?
For the next time you whip those off, your new suit will
Don't even give it to her in public. Give it to her at home so she can practice.
needed.
Was Kara going to tell her now?
I'm Supergirl.
She did it! In your face, Lena, that she actually told you. I'm so proud of Kara right now and how hard this is.
I convinced
See, if you'd just gone to her and told her what you knew, it would have been different.
but you still loved Kara.
See, if you told her, she'd have told you all this. There's a reason. She's not a vindictive person. You knew that. I love you, Kara.
I could keep you as a friend. I was selfish and scared, and I didn't want to lose you. So I kept pretending. And I never stopped.
Melissa's brilliant.
I wasn't protecting you, I was hurting you, just like everyone else, and I am so sorry.
You overreacted a bit.
Please say something.
What is Lena thinking now? Because she already knew. Kara, sweetie, she did already know. You did brilliantly, okay? You were honest, you were open, and you were so brave because she's literally about to announce you, so she could be really angry and announce you as Supergirl. So proud of Kara. Is she now? It's the fact that Kara was open and honest and kind of explained why she hadn't told her and apologised for it.
I upload the file to Capcom servers.
Is she gonna do it? Because she knows now. If after that she still does it, that is cold. And I don't think Lena's that
The
cold.
world is full of liars. Kara Danvers.
Okay, because you did tell her and that was so brave.
Pursued relentlessly every day. Sometimes forget that she's just like us.
Yep, exactly.
She always gets back up and pulls through in the end.
Yep.
And we were always better for her efforts.
I hope Lena means this.
Even when it's not always easy to accept.
I really, really hope Lena means this. It's not going to stab her in the back. I don't think Lena would. Because John Jones is here. Oh, that's the same theatre that Monel and Mixer. It's nice. Do you like that Lena knows? Nanotech? It could be a bit quicker, Brainy, is all I'm going to say. I love it. It's it's going to be very weird getting used to it because it looks really different, but I love it. Oh, is Lena being genuine, please? Because Kara's speech was so beautiful and so heartfelt that if I was angry with someone and they gave me that speech, I would probably talk to them about how I was still hurt, but...
Change so fast.
Alex. Time for some vampire baseball. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now Kara's going in? Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Kara is my hero. She's gonna save you because she loves you. Well done, Kara, I love you. I'm very stressed about this episode and what Lena's gonna do, but I love you. Yep. Who is this child? Really?
Didn't come in.
I quit.
I quit.
Good for you,
Are you
James.
sure about that?
I mean, if journalism's going the way of you, who wants to?
Who is the greatest movie villain of all time? Oh,
New option.
that's easy. Hans Gruber.
A lot, actually.
Oh, okay.
Too much information.
Truth is, ever loved.
Oh, that's very sweet, and also for a month,
You wanna know
very
why
big.
I find
I know you and good.
Yeah. I like Rainey. I still don't think he was a good replacement for the characters we lost, but...
Then kiss me.
Remember in season 2 when people said that Kara being in a relationship meant that Kara wasn't in the episode as much? When Kara having a relationship meant Kara was in the episode a lot more than she is these days. And now everyone else is in the episode more than Kara, understandably. But, yeah. Remember when that was huge criticism for now? Me too. Look,
Are you lost?
somebody built the thing that brought the midnight. Is this his brother?
No, John Jones.
Of course. How many of his family is secretly alive? And why are there no other Green Martians?
I will do to you.
Was he erased from their memories somehow?
Thank you for telling me the truth, but Kara,
I really hope that Lena did take what Kara said to heart and Naf was really bad about just how far she went and just how much she overreacted.
Give Kara Danvers?
she betrayed me. She broke my heart.
And then she told you, not knowing you
I
knew.
could never forgive her.
How is it betrayal when the person actually tells you?
Use Supergirl to achieve my ends.
Well, at least Lena's just an out-and-out villain
She
now.
believes there is trust.
Because there's no way she's coming back from this to be a good guy. I thought maybe at the beginning of the episode she was coming back from, but this. Oh my goodness. And what is she up to? Okay, so I actually really enjoyed that premiere. Kara is still, I love her so much. She is so inspirational, everything she believes in. Like, sometimes Kara's flaw is that she believes too much, that she's too idealistic, that she's too trusting, or too much believes in the good and supports people. And, like, her opinion on journalism, on politics, on people standing up for what they believe in, it speaks to me on a deep level. And, you know, I don't blame her for having not told Lena. I actually think it was really inspirational that she did tell Lena at all, because it's exactly how she explained it. She just explained it even more perfectly than anyone else in the world could, and Melissa delivered it. Like, she couldn't, like, when you first become friends with someone, you don't immediately say, oh, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Kara and also Supergirl. Of course you don't, especially if that person's a Luthor, and you don't yet 100% know whether or not they're either Luthor or normal Luthor. But not telling Lena made perfect sense. I mean, it just... You don't just tell people your secret identity. Well, it's ridiculous. And then it does, you know, then once you get to know the person and you trust the person, it's just really hard because during that formation of the friendship, you have been lying to them. And to be honest, Lena was very anti-Supergirl quite quickly. Like, you know, there were quite a few instances where they had that huge falling out. And I mean, I don't think you should tell someone your secret identity until you are, like, such good friends with them that you've known them for a year or two, you know, like, you know them inside and out and you trust them implicitly. And, you know, as much as I have made friendships that are quite strong quite quickly, I still think that you know, it's not something that you can tell them, because if that person betrays your trust, even if you, and you can't always trust people, you know, if that person betrays your trust, that is devastating. So, I don't know, I don't in any way blame Kara. And like I said, I'm not saying Lena has no right to be hurt, because of course she does. It is hurtful if you find out someone's been keeping something from you, but when someone's been keeping something like that from you, there's so many reasons why they've been doing it. And if anything, Lena is just feeling this upset because she feels embarrassed. She feels like it made her look stupid when it didn't. Oh, so yeah, like, everything Kara said, and then Kara admitting it was selfish, Kara admitting that by the end, she was just so scared of losing Lena that she didn't tell her. I mean, Kara wasn't lying. Kara was very honest. Like, you could see from how she was saying it that she meant every word she was saying, and yet Lena still just, I was betrayed. Like, fuck off. I have loved Lena throughout the show. I have supported her friendship with Kara so strongly. I've really enjoyed watching it grow, and I've wanted Lena to not be a villain, and she's been teetering towards it every season, and I've been kind of supporting her pulling back and never going there. But now that she's gone this far, she can walk off the cliff and keep going as far as I'm concerned. I hope this is the last season she's in and we can just deal with her, because she's really irritated me. And yeah, like, at the beginning, the whole, like, I'm gonna punch her into the bus and she's gonna explode, I feel good. Like, seriously? Seriously? People in life betray you, and that sucks, and you can be angry. But if that person then does, like, she was so upset at Kara for having not told her. Like, literally, if Kara had told her, what, like, a month before, like, the day before Lex did, would she have been like, that's cool, because she happened to find out first? It's just ridiculous! So yeah, if you are still a fan of Lena Luthor, probably don't watch my channel going forwards, because, unless she... to be honest, I think she's been so far that I don't know that she's going to redeem, unless she quite quickly sees sense in the way that I thought she had in the middle of the episode. You know, I'd have given her a couple of months of just crazy rage because of her past life experiences, but when someone actually does the thing that you were angry with them for having not done, and articulates it perfectly, and gets across exactly why they haven't told you, and admits fault, and admits that they hate themselves, or that they're a terrible person for having, you know, just... Lena Luthor, I just... ugh. So yeah, she's no longer a character that I care about, and I hope she dies very quickly. I love Katie McGrath, but no, Lena, you're dead to me. Also this episode, I don't love the woman taking over the paper, because, I mean, like, Lena just... sending the paper to that woman and everything's been so snaky, and like, oh, I'm not a fan of Lena like that. Ugh! I need to move on from this. I'm just feeling rage inside. And I just want to quickly say, I mean, if you followed my channel for Supergirl for a long time, you know this. If not, do you remember the hate Mon-El got for not joining the show a fully perfect character? Do you remember that? If he had an argument with Kara, he was abusive, he was disgusting, he was toxic. Yet all Mon-El did was try to change and try to grow and get better and develop, and yet he was hated by people in this fandom. Chris Wood got hate. You know, Mon-El is no longer on the show. Lena! If Mon-El had acted like Lena is acting now, I would not have loved him. I would have been like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe he's taking that from Kara and look at who he is. We all agreed that Mon-El needed to develop, Mon-El needed to grow. He did. Lena is regressing. She had taken so many steps forward in her life, and now... genuinely makes my blood boil. If people are still out there saying Lena and Kara should be together, then this is the point where I'm like, no way. No way. Lena, no. So yeah, trying to get on a lighter note, the whole thing with John and his brother, I mean, John seems to have no clue that he even has a brother. So what happened there, was he erased from their mind somehow, his mind? I mean, John's father didn't seem the kind of person to just ignore a kid. He seemed like a great guy. So either he was erased in both of their minds, or he was evil and monstrous, and maybe that meant that he erased him from John's mind to protect him or something, but I am very intrigued about what's happening there. Also, I do really enjoy Nia and Brainy being together, and I'm excited to see that develop. Okay, another thing, back to criticism that Mon-El used to get. Mon-El used to get criticised constantly. One of the things was that Mon-El being in the show meant that Kara was no longer the lead. Kara didn't get to do all the stuff anymore, when that was never the case. Basically, in season 1, it was very much a Supergirl and a background cast. Then in season 2 it joined the CW, and the Arrow properly joined the Arrowverse, and it became more of an ensemble show with Supergirl as the lead in the same way that the others work, which meant Kara's screen time decreased ever so slightly. But every single episode Kara went home to her boyfriend and they had a moment together, and he was just supportive and wonderful. I mean, in this episode, despite everything happening with Lena, Kara was hardly in it compared to what she used to be in season 2. We had a huge scene with Brainy, we have Alex, we have all these characters, we have Lena taking up huge screen time as the villain. Like, now here's the thing, I'm not complaining about that, I think Kara is in the show plenty. But when you compare it to season 2 and the fact that Manel's character had to leave the show because he was dominating, like, people can just admit they were wrong. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm feeling so angry because I actually loved that episode. Kara just confirmed how much I love her, the way she told Lena, and the fact that she told Lena was so inspirational. And you know, I can just relate to Kara and how much she wants to do good and how much that feeling of knowing you have something that you need to tell somebody but that it's going to really hurt them and upset them, but you have to do it. Like, I mean, I have nothing in the same context as Kara, but that, I just feel that in my soul. I love Kara and I can relate to her so much, and I can't wait to see more of her and Alex this season and the team. I love her new suit. It's going to take me a minute. Like, when they first announced it was changing, I was like, no, don't change it, because I don't like change. But seeing it, it looks awesome. I'm gonna love it, but, you know, it's going to be a while because it's so different in a being, but I love that it's trousers because why shouldn't it be, and I can't wait to see more of it. I'm excited to see what's going to be happening with, I mean, I feel like, was Eve somehow linked to the crisis? I don't know, but what's happening with Eve, I'm kind of excited, also kind of wouldn't mind it if Eve quickly died or just got sent to prison and was never seen from again. But yeah, I'm intrigued by that. I love the dinosaur. Who doesn't love a dinosaur popping up? I feel like I'm missing some very key things. So yeah, I don't love this obsidian tech woman. She's just annoying and evil, and it's kind of like, I feel like we've had a plotline like this very similarly, and maybe it was in different shows, like when Queen Consolidated got taken over, you know, I kind of feel like been there, done that with this plotline a little bit, but I'm not going to judge that as a plotline too quickly because it is at the very beginning and who knows where they're going to go with that. But the whole kind of Kara, just them having their, like, having to do like clickbait journalism and not doing it properly, it's just kind of, can we just move on from that please? But yeah, and I didn't like the Hartlepool guy, like, he can not be in it again. He worked for the Daily Mail, like, if you know, if that's on your journalism CV and you're proud of it, okay, not for me. So yeah, Kara is still an inspiration, like the way she fights, what she stands for, just how brave she was, and I still can't get over that scene with Melissa and like how she told Lena. Oh my goodness, it was fantastic. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm feeling a lot of rage towards Lena, and a lot of it, I will admit, stems from the fact that I remember how Mon-El as a character was treated by a lot of people in the fandom, and that looking at Lena doing something 10 times worse, and knowing those same people are most likely going to be waving, woo, isn't Kara awful? Like, so hopefully, I mean, I have not wanted Lena to go evil. You know, people in my comments before have been like, oh, I can't wait for Lena to go evil, oh, I don't like Lena. And like, in the previous seasons, I've been like, she's done things, like, a lot of the time she's annoyed, like, she has done things that annoyed me, like some of her decisions where she decided she hated Supergirl, and she was going to make kryptonite. I was like not a fan of that. I didn't love that, but I didn't hate Lena for it. I kind of felt like I gave her like some leeway, and she has just jumped whoosh off the cliff. And Kara has just cemented her place in my heart even more so. So yeah, I still love this show because I love Kara as much as I do. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go this season, and I will, like I said at the beginning, you know, my aim is to react to every episode. I'm not going to aim to just react to like 5 episodes, but it will depend, like there might be some weeks where I just don't get to it, and please don't hate me for that. And, you know, if I find myself hating the season, if it becomes like the Lena show where everyone's on her side, I might stop reacting to it. If I'm just going to be raging all the time, it's probably not very interesting. So yeah, that was a really good episode. I'd love to know what you think. If you disagree with me about Lena, that is 100% fine, and I'm more than happy to discuss it with you, but let's not be hateful either way. So yeah, thank you for watching.